from Louisville, Kentucky, almost on time tonight. How's it going out there? We got the cold weather coming tomorrow night. I think I need to teach these kids, take them in the deep freeze at the freezer where it's 15 below for the ice cream and teach them what it's like when it's 15 below.
It's just like going to school.
Like a what?
Going to school.
Going to school?
I have to wait 20 minutes outside.
Oh, well, it's going to be a little more difficult. You're going to have to cover your face when it gets 15 below.
Mikey's in there.
Who said it's going to be 15 below?
I said it could be. 300 million people. The Arctic blast coming. How's it going? I guess we got Mikey Arugula in there. How's it going, Mikey? You did a great job there on Mean Mr. Mayo's channel the other day, showing that video disc. Sorry, it doesn't play on your laser disc there. There's a video disc of the kids are all right. I didn't bring my video disc player in here. I was going to try to show you how these things are different, but probably can't get it out of here.
Need help?
Yeah, I can't get it.
Let me do it.
That's the way it.
Let me see.
No, you have to almost have it. You have to have a tool in there. Is what you got to have.
Let me
I'm
do it.
strong.
Let's see. Show them what a video disc looks like. And I need one over here too. A pin right there. Let's get this right. I need some help, kids.
I'll try to help.
You help pushing on that one. Pushing on this one. And pull it up. You're pushing on that little lever?
Yeah.
No, right there. You gotta push there. I had it. Do it again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, good catch.
Finally.
That's what a video disc looks like, Mikey Arugula. A little different than a laser disc. That's what goes into your video disc player. All right, we did that. That was took a while there.
T-shirt Express said yo 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 sticker peeps.
We got sticker teenager here and sticker granddaughter. And I'm Mr. Sticker Mania, Frank.
Mikey Arugula said good evening.
How you doing there, Mikey? I'm glad that Mean Mr. Mayo didn't edit out when you said something about Mr. Sticker Mania and Frank.
Thomas Craig said hello sticker family. Dave Evans said good evening sticker family.
How you doing there, Dave Evans? You bought my Led Zeppelin brown.
And Nicole said hi, Frank and sticker kids.
Dave Evans bought this today, the very first pressing. They used the leftover labels of the 1968 Atlantic before they changed the regular one, the brown and the purple. There's even saying that it has a different mix on one of the tracks. Very first pressing of a Led Zeppelin album in the United States. Dave Evans bought that today. We're going to talk about the Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut here in a while. At Saturday Night Live's on TV tonight, Dave Chappelle is the host, and Gorilla, which I didn't know, but Sticker Granddaughter told me that she's a rapper. She's a musical artist.
Yep.
This is the one I couldn't find last stream, David Bowie Pinups. This is a Holland pressing. And somebody told me that's Twiggy there on the cover with David Bowie. She was a famous model in the 1960s, Twiggy.
T-shirt Express said, Frank, did you use my process peeling the butcher?
Yes, I did. I used it last night.
Polly Howitt said, hello all, hope you had a great birthday, sticker granddaughter. Yes, I had
Guess
a good
we'll
birthday.
put this up for sale right now.
You can look at the camera and give a thumbs up on that one.
I gave I had a good birthday, and I worked, and I had cake.
This is the butcher I did last night. I used the hot towel technique. I got the butcher cover. This is a stereo, 5 times rarer than the mono, East Coast #2. I got the trunk slick off, pretty much in one piece, and then I used the hot towel technique to get the rest of it off. And excellent peel there. There's just a couple little touch-ups there on the corners, but other than that, it came out beautiful. Look at their faces. Pretty nice spine with most of the printing on there. #2, East Coast. And this belonged to, the original owner was Liz Hunt. She wrote her name up there. And she wrote her name on the record label. I'm pretty sure she probably paid about $3.44 for this and didn't realize how much value she had in that covered up butcher cover. 58 years. So I told you I was going to put that up for sale tonight. Mikey Arugula, this is $2,200. The stereos are 5 times rarer than the mono. It's got the purple banner on the top. $2,200. You're not going to find too many more stereo butcher covers peeled in that condition.
Daniel said, "Peel to reveal." T-shirt Express said, "How much for me? Give me a good deal."
I said the price was $2,200.
Exactly. That's why I said don't read it. We already said the price.
Well, I didn't hear you. I'm not a mind reader.
T-shirt Express. This is a practice one. I finished the peel the other day at an East Coast #3 with some writing on the back. Price on that is $500 on that one. Got some flaking wear there on the spine. So it was halfway peeled and I finished the peel for practice. Guess we got in the butcher covers early. I was going to talk about Sgt. Pepper. Any other questions on the butcher cover before I go to the Nimbus Supercut? A couple other notes. Somebody put up a First State butcher cover on eBay. They said it was $40,000, and I could tell by the corner down here, if you have a First State, there's some area on the other side of Ringo's smock, and it didn't have that. So they have a Third State. They're asking $40,000 for. I sent them a message that you have a Third State, not a First State, but they didn't reply. So that's a scam. What'd you do with my glove?
A glove.
Other notes, the Austin Record Convention is May 3rd and May 4th, so it doesn't run in the same time when we're going to spend some time with Mikey Arugula at the Fest for Beatles fans in New Jersey, which is
The end of March.
March 28th to the 30th. So it looks like we can go to the Austin Record Convention. A table there is $190, and if you want an electrical outlet, it's $110 more. I'll have to talk to Kevin or Kevin Records, see if he wants to share a dealer table with me. Rachel's Ghost, we got a penciled in for the January 29th with me and Mikey Arugula. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but Rachel said she could have a dentist appointment at that time, so she'll let me know in a week or so when we got what date we can schedule that for. Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse. Shout out to Uncle Paul. It's a great job you did on the last one. You give us shout outs every time. Shout out to you. Your last one was about paperback writer. Beatles paperback books. I got a lot of them in the other room. David Lynch, who was in the Beatles '64 documentary, he died last week at 78 years old. And in the Beatles documentary, he went on and on about how he was in the audience February 11th at the Washington Coliseum and how great it was. So R.I.P. for rest in peace, David Lynch. Ringo's Lookout album came out a little bit ago, and it's already #1 on the Amazon Music charts, and it's #4, I guess, on Spotify. So Ringo, you got a hit. Way to go. We're going to have some trivia questions on the Ringo concert that was in Nashville last week. Beatles Vinyl 85. Marvin did a great job of putting 40 minutes of the video up there, and it's already got like 30,000 views, so way to go there, Marvin. We met Marvin at the Fest for Beatle Fans in Chicago last August. You know, there are 2 drummers that drum in that video. Here's a little trivia question for you. At the Ringo concert in Nashville, Ringo and Jim Keltner, if you add their 2 ages up, what is the total of their 2 ages? That's your trivia question for the night. I couldn't believe the answer to that.
278.
No. Ringo's 84.
Oh.
So, and you add Jim Keltner's in there, and that would be the answer. Anybody got any answers to
I
that?
don't know who Jim is. I'm the Paul Should Not Be Allowed to Die guy. Said, have you sent me the Help Music book yet? If you can give me an address to send you something, send it to my daughter, Kelsey, who got in touch with you because I couldn't figure it out.
Okay.
They keep telling us we can't do it. But
A note about the Louisville post office. They're a week behind. They have 15 semis by in the docks at the main post office on Gardner Lane, and they can't unload any of the semis. I met somebody, Eddie, used to work at the post office, and he told me the whole story. They can't unload any of the 15 semis full of packages because the whole post office is full and they can't get caught up. Half of the drivers today, the mail carriers in our zip code, called in sick. So it's a bad time to be a postman here in Louisville.
Chris Sharkey said, do you guys ever go to the Liverpool Beatles convention?
No, but now I'm going to be retired in a week, so we might be able to do that.
Dr. Rick
What's going on, Sticker Kid? I got to give you some time. You want to say anything?
No.
All right.
Dr. Rick said, hello, Mr. Sticker Mania, Sticker Kids. Great to see you all tonight.
Rick?
Yep.
All right.
Dr. Rick.
Dr. Rick?
Yep.
All right, I think we're to the Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut. I was always scared to play one of these.
Mikey said 166 years.
166 is the answer. Way to go, Mikey Arugula.
He just said it.
Good job. 82 is Jim Keltner, and 84 is Ringo Starr.
That's not that many years. I'm the Paul Should Not Be Allowed to Die guy. Said I can wait, and our post office is back to normal.
Is back to normal? Sure isn't that way around here.
But ain't he the one from like Canada or something?
Yes.
Oh.
All right, some few notes about the Nimbus Supercut that I played today. I cranked it up on my Thorns 320 turntable and my Hersey speakers and my Yamaha natural sound receiver from the 70s. I had it cranked up, and Sticker Kid usually closes the door when I crank up an album, but it was Sgt. Pepper and he left it open, and I think he was pretty amazed at the sound. And I asked him, I said, Sticker Kid, what year did that album come out? And what'd you say? You did. Tell me, what was your answer?
1967.
You got it the first time.
Which was a complete guess.
You got it first time. So, on the Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut, it's dead quiet vinyl, real expensive vinyl. And then when the audience comes in there on the Sgt. Pepper, it's just so much different than the regular pressings. and the bass, Paul McCartney's bass, just leads this whole album when you listen to the Nimbus Supercut. I almost call this a Paul McCartney production, because when you listen to this Nimbus Supercut, Paul is leading the way on almost every track. He's shredding the guitar, he's playing his bass, he's doing the vocals or the background vocals. Paul's all over this. This album would never existed without Paul McCartney. And you got the harp on a, what am I trying to say? On the She's Leaving Home, you just hear the mid-range. You hear things you never heard before. It's like listening to the master tapes when you listen to this Nimbus Supercut. Stereo master tapes. And my son Travis, he loves When I'm 64. That really sounded good on this pressing. And then when you get to A Day in the Life and that orchestra is building up, I've never heard anything like that in my life until I heard this pressing. So that is best sounding stereo pressing that exists in the world. Sgt. Pepper. One in England sold for $6,200 last night, and another one popped up on eBay. It has a starting bid of $3,500 with 3 days to go. And you know my price on this is $6,000. I reached out to Mike from the In-Groove, but I haven't heard back from him yet. So that's my Sgt. Pepper Nimbus Supercut moment. We got the Sgt. Pepper 3D store poster from Canada in 1987 right there. The 20-year anniversary. It's 3D. It's pretty sharp. All right, where do we go from there? We talked about Butchers. We talked about the Nimbus Supercut. Let's do the Ringo Starr trivia questions. Mikey, I got another laser disc for you. Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band. It's got 20 songs on there. And this is what a laser disc looks like. Like a big DVD. This was in the early 1980s. The year on this one is, I think it's an 84 pressing. Here's my 3 trivia questions about the Ringo Starr concert in Nashville last week. John Hood, our local guy, he went there and he saw the first night. And he didn't realize Ringo was playing 2 nights, but I guess they're doing a CBS TV special. And they want to take the best parts of both nights and make a TV special out for CBS. So we're going to give away this Ringo Starr Laserdisc. And we're going to give away the Ringo Starr Great Album from 1973. This is a second pressing of it because of the title on the back. The booklet is loose in the middle of it, which I think they probably all are by now. I don't even know. I don't even think they were even ever attached. One time I had a Ringo Starr test pressing of this that had the long version of 6 o'clock by Paul McCartney. If you never heard that, it's really got an interesting long jam at the end of the song. So this is in excellent condition. Here are my 3 trivia questions. Let's see, you gotta have all 3 answers in the same message to win these 2 Ringo Starr items. Here we go. Number 1. What Beatles song did Jack White from the White Stripes sing by himself? What Beatles song did Jack White sing by himself at the concert last week at the Ryman in Nashville? Number 2, which Beatles song was the last encore song of the show? Which Beatles song was the last encore? Number 3, what 2 songs did they perform last week at the Ryman? They're on this Ringo album. 2 songs that are on this Ringo album they performed at the show. That's your questions. See if anybody tries to answer them. Or I'll have to give you some hints.
They all have to be in the same thing, or you will not win.
Number 1 again.
Okay.
Look at Daniel first.
Daniel.
Where's it at? Daniel. Show it to me. It's got first. No. You got 1 right. What song do you think that Ringo would sing on the encore? It's a hint from something I just showed. Anybody got other answers?
Richard. So what you showing you?
Richard James, you came close. He Don't Come Easy. He's not on this album.
Okay.
What do you say now?
Oh my gosh.
It Don't Come Easy is not on this album.
Okay.
And Matchbox is not it. All right, what 2 songs were performed from this album? Here's a list of the songs. You tell me which 2 songs they performed at the show last week. I'm the Greatest, Have You Seen My Baby, Photograph, Sunshine Life for Me, You're 16, Devil Woman, You and Me, Oh My, Step Lightly, or 6 O'Clock.
Okay.
Which 2 songs did they perform?
Daniel and then Richard.
Daniel. No. Richard. Richard James wins.
He got them all.
Yep. So Jack White did, towards the beginning of the show, he did Don't Pass Me By. You ever notice how big Jack White is compared to Ringo Starr? You got Jack White, it's huge. You got Ringo Starr that's like 5'6", and then you got Brenda Lee that's like 4'9". That was quite a difference in height.
Text the email and send your address so
Richard James, you're the one, somebody that's on Rachel's Ghost a lot. Thanks for checking in with us.
So we could deliver your package. The email is Mr_Sacramania@yahoo.com.
So the Jack White sang Don't Pass Me By. The encore was With a Little Help from Your Friends. And the 2 songs they performed from the Ringo album was Have You Seen My Baby and Photograph. Richard James, you are the winner.
You gonna do a dance for him? Come on, Sticker Kid.
Come on, Sticker Kid, get up there and do a congratulations dance. Here, you're in the chair there for a second. Be a little
energy.
Be a little entertaining.
Dance. Do a little dance.
Do your thing. You got a joke? No fighting.
Hey.
Wait, no pins.
Hey, that's my pin.
You got no pin. I still got a pin.
Sticker Kid got his sticker time.
He got his pin taken away.
All right. Here's some things I sold on my eBay store. I only got 2 things in the mail today. I got the Led Zeppelin that Dave Edmonds bought. And I got the Sticky Finger, or the Some Girls album that one of our female people that watches this show is interested in it. A Seal 1978, Some Girls with the pink on the bottom. Factory sealed with the hype sticker, 4 square corners, no flaws in the brakes and the shrink. I told her it was $170 shipped. This will go up in value over time, the Some Girls album. Legendary album from the Rolling Stones, 1978. All right, so I only got 2 things in today with those 2 items. So I have like 15 things in Louisville, my packages, but I'll only get about 2 a day because it's going to take a week at least for the post office to catch up. I'm sure it's probably that way all over the United States. So here's some things that I sold in the last few weeks. I sold 6 butcher covers in the last 2 weeks. I peeled about 250 to 300 in my lifetime. I started 50 years ago. My Kaylee Rose Sign album, that's early. When Chapel Roan was 16 years old, and she signed 20 of her first CD. It went to Germany. I sold it for $1,800. So Chapel Roan is a hot commodity. This is my Sign Chapel Roan album. I always think it's better to have the actual music signed instead of just a photo. And that's a picture of her signing the album at the Universal headquarters in LA. Maybe we'll do a Chapel Roan. If I had a few more females watching, maybe we'd do a Chapel Roan trivia question and give away a Chapel Roan album sometime. All right, some other things. I sold a Something UK solid center earlier today for $67 with the original glossy Apple company sleeve from England. So I've sold 4 of my UK pressings so far of original ones. I have another collection, if it ever makes it to me, that has all the solid centers and all the push outs. And somebody's interested in my Strawberry Fields promo that I got coming in from 1967. Some other things sold. The Ringo, the 4th album, sold for $29 today. So Ringo is a hot commodity on eBay at the moment. And I sold I Want to Hold Your Hand, the UK pressing of it, original for $99. And I sold my Abbey Road Misaligned Apple, 1969, for $177. I think I sold it to Dave Evans. And I just wanted to talk about Mikey Rugler. I reached out to him. I had the great find in 2024 of getting those Remco banners, store banners, 3 of them. And then I got those 105 Remco dolls and the 4 shipping boxes. That was quite a historical find. So I said, Mikey, I got to figure out something for 2025. So I got to shake the trees real hard. Got anything to say there, Sticker Kid?
No.
Liven up a little bit.
But I think you might want to read that.
My handwriting from Sticker Kid. You print pretty good. Some things that are coming in the mail, purchase history. Somebody on eBay today put up a BC13, and they put up it as a UK box set. Where's my Please Please Me? And they had this Please Please Me album, and they said it was a UK box set. And I knew right away it was the Holland box set. With the black labels. And you know why you want to buy the Holland box set? Because of the White Album pressing in the box set is the best sounding White Album that exists in the world. So the White Album is worth more really than the box set. So I bought it right away, and I told them how to pack it, but I didn't tell them they had a Holland box set or Dutch box set instead of UK. I didn't want to give it away because I thought they might cancel the sale.
Richard James said, best day ever. Just emailed you, Mr. Sticker Mania. Thank you.
All right, way to go, Richard James. Are you the one that had you wanted to buy my Signed Abbey Road by Paul and Ringo about a year ago?
I'm the boss, and I'll be allowed to die, guys. I remember when I saw Ringo's first All-Star tour, and he says to us, and now another song that you know and love. Then he sings, what would you do what would you do if I sang Out a Tune?
Yep. So in 1987, I think it was Ringo Starr's first All-Star tour. And I saw him at Deer Creek near Indianapolis. And he had a lot of people have passed away. There were Rick Danko, and he had the sax player from Bruce Springsteen band. It was a great all-star band, I remember. And I saw David Bowie about a week later at the same arena, Deer Park. So a couple other things I got coming in. You can say some messages. I got a Remco doll set coming in. It has 2 hard body and 2 soft body, all 4 of them. I got a German pressing of the Beatles coming in, the best stereo pressing ever of Please Please Me. I have another Magical Mystery Tour Germany. This is a 1977 on Apple, -1, -3. And you know that album now, I get more messages about when I'm getting my next Magical Mystery Tour Germany than any other thing I buy. That is the #1 thing that audiophiles want in the world, is the German pressing with the true stereo mixes on both sides of Magical Mystery Tour. And I actually, Mikey Ruggel, you'll like this. Somebody actually put up on a 1970 UK pressing of Christmas Fan Club, and every time I see them, they're a counterfeit. And this was actually a real one from Then to You on Apple Records, and I worked out a deal, so I got the UK Christmas album coming that is really tough to find. And I got a Let It Be Laserdisc coming in. Mikey Ruggel, you might be interested in that. I got a Led Zeppelin 3 reel-to-reel tape coming in, factory reel-to-reel tape. And that's the one that everybody wants because Led Zeppelin 3 was kind of an acoustic album.
Do you want to read
Those are the main things that are coming in.
Do you want to read the comments or no?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Messages.
Okay, Daniel Costil. Wait. We're very far. Mikey Rigolo said, find me Beatles bingo.
Yeah, we need to do a Beatles bingo. I got a few things I could give away in a Beatles bingo, but we got to come up, me and Mikey, we got to come up with some game cards, and we'd have to figure that one out.
T-shirt Express said Perry has a sealed BC13 on eBay. Daniel Castillo said Dutch White albums isn't very rare.
The Dutch White album is rare.
He
Okay.
said it isn't.
Okay, whatever.
Well, it's the one that Andrew from Polygram Auctions, maybe it's not that rare, but it's the best pressing of the White Album there is, according to him. And he has got one of the best sound systems there is. Him and Tom Port from Better Records.
Richard James said, yes, sir. I'm a broke college student. I guess he was saying yes because he did try to buy that
He
thing.
tried to buy the signed Abbey Road by Paul and Ringo.
Dr. Rick said, I have a Beatles and mono box set here. It's in near mint condition. Anyone know what it's worth?
I have a Beatles and mono box set in my climate control storage unit. It's worth, if it's never been played and the resealable bags have never been opened on the albums, it's worth close to $1,800.
Dave Evans said, Frank, very happy you sold me the German Magical Mystery Tour.
Wait, Dave Evans is the one who bought my Horzu Germany Magical Mystery Tour.
I don't know, but he said it sounds amazing. It's magical.
It is very magical. It's almost as magical as what I listened to today.
No.
Mikey Rigolo said, I want the real Beatles bingo from 1964.
And don't be mama papa.
I have a Beatles Flip Your Wig game coming with no split corners, and we'll get me and Mikey. We'll figure something out. We'll do a.
But he said he wants the actual real bingo Beatles from 1964. He wants you to find it for him. That's what he wants.
Oh,
You
the
can
bingo.
find-
I got you. I have a Flip Your Wig game coming. Skylar, this is a very expensive album. Okay? Don't put anything on it, please. Okay? You don't understand how rare this album is.
Oh, I do.
Alright.
Very.
Alright, let's put it away, because Sticker Kid is a little fidgety.
Uh-huh.
Any other messages?
No.
We get caught up on them? Alright, let's put the Dave Frazier, let's put the butcher cover picture behind me. We'll move the Sgt. Pepper away. Put that right behind me.
Oh, hi. the cameraman.
All right, we got the butcher cover shot I got from Dave Frazier behind me now.
Not for sale.
If you notice it here, it's a little closer up than the butcher cover. Paul's got a couple of his teeth missing there, and he's got his mouth open. That's before he got some caps or something to replace that. You don't see that so much on the butcher cover, but you see it on that big poster where he's got that gap, where I think he had a moped accident or something. He lost a couple of teeth. All right.
Dr. Rick said thank you on the value of my mono box set.
That's it, Lily.
Mikey Arugula said yes, I have a wish list. You find them, I pay.
All right, Mike Rule, you gotta send me your wish list. Anything else?
No, I guess not. Can you hand me my water?
No.
This is a white album from Sweden. I'll have to listen to it. I don't think it ranks up there with the Holland, but it's a number 173985. But in other countries, you can get a low number, but it doesn't really mean it's rare. The low numbers you want are from the United States or the United Kingdom. Talked about Bob Dylan, Timothy Chalamet. How do you say his name? Chalamet. How do you say his last name?
Chalamet.
Chalamet. He's going to be on the Saturday Night Live next Saturday night. He's going to be the host and the musical guest. So I'm crossing my fingers that he does a couple Bob Dylan songs and musical numbers. Where are we at on time?
It's 11:09.
Oh boy, we got a long way to go.
Yeah, you're missing a lot of product.
This is difficult when I don't have hardly anything come in. All right. We talked about the BC-13. So they put up a BC-13. They said it was from the United Kingdom today, but it was actually the Dutch Holland pressing. And this is the UK one. I've sold most all of them. All I got left is With the Beatles and Yellow Submarine, and I got the large poster that was only in the early box sets, if I can pull it out of here. We might have to go short this week and only do 45 minutes unless you guys got some questions, because the mail has got me where I don't have much to showcase.
Beatles hair. Or Beetle hair.
Beetle hair. I think he bought something from me today or sent me a question.
Wait, I gotta grab my pen.
So this is a large poster that was only in the 1978 box sets from the first 3,000 that were imported to the USA and the early ones from the UK. So it's different than the just getting the Beetle
There ain't no Beetle
color
hair.
photos.
Did you sell the $400 UK white album top loader question?
Yes, it went out to one of my female buyers. The white album top loader went out, was it 2 days ago, wasn't it? Or yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yes, you used up all your questions.
Here's a couple what I got left. Besides my BC-13 or my Beatles and Mono 2014 box set, I got a couple individual ones. I got the 2014 of Sgt. Pepper. That's the way you want to hear it in mono, unless you have that 1981 pressing that I sold to Dave Evans for, I think it was $222 a couple weeks ago. And you want the, and this is the Beatles Mono Master if you want to hear their singles. Cut analog from the true master tapes. You want this Beatles Mono Masters from 2014. It's got 3 albums everywhere from Let Me Do, the original single version, all the way up to Get Back. That's a different version, you know, the single. And You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. What's going on, Sticker Kid? You got a joke to say?
No, I have four pads.
All right, we didn't show the Jolly Watt in our video yet. I just showed it in a short. So you know, if you have the original Jolly Watt, the Beatles and Frank E. Field with the portrait cover, it could be worth up to $10,000. This isn't a $10,000 album because they made a lot more of these. But if you have original, this is in the factory shrink. You got to have printing on the spine. This is a real nice cover from 1964. VJ was figuring out any way that they could make money off of the Beatles. So they had 4 Beatle tracks, and all the rest of them were Frank Ifield tracks. Frank Ifield, I think, died last year. He was known for his big hit, I Remember You. I think he does some yodeling in the I Remember You, and there's my favorite new artist does some yodeling in some of her songs, Chapel Roan. So I don't know if she was influenced at all by Frank Ifield or not. But if you have a true original 64 pressing, you have to have stereo on the label and the Beatles above the spindle hole. Stereo's at the 12 o'clock position. And it's got audio matrix in the dead wax.
Woofy Baby said, Frank, do you have a sentimental favorite amongst your vinyl collection, albums, 45s, EPs?
Do I have a sentimental favorite?
Yeah.
It changes all the time. We heard, I saw her standing there today. We heard on the music system. It sounded pretty good. The Beatles, the flip side, I Want to Hold Your Hand. I saw her standing there.
Woofy Baby said, also, what's a fair price for a UK 1968 mono and VG plus or more vinyl?
1968 mono of the White Album. Is that what he's talking
1968 mono and VG plus or more vinyl.
Is he talking about the Beatles White Album? I think he is.
I don't know.
So I sold a Beatles White Album mono first press, first day issue, 1968. I sold for $2,500. And Perry Cox sold a near mint for $5,600 a couple weeks ago. So the prices of real nice white albums from the United Kingdom are exploding in price. Because they're tough to find. Mine was only numbered about 10,000. You keep kicking me. What do you want?
I'm not kicking you.
What do you want?
I have gloves.
You have gloves?
Look how many gloves I have on.
How many do you have on? You got 2.
No, I don't. I have 4.
My funny bone is not broken.
Couple Led Zeppelin albums before we close this out. We got Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy. This is a German pressing. Has a politically correct band there to cover up the girl. And this is the great, on the dead wax it says P USA, so it must have been made from the plates of USA. And I sold a Ram UK first pressing to local John Hood for $99. Paul McCartney's 1971, -1, and he was shocked of how much better the sound was on the Ram UK pressing than the USA. So I messaged to him, in the Beatles, it's amazing how the USA pressings from 1964 to 1970s, almost 70, up to the Ringo album, 1973, how they never used the original cutting plates from the United Kingdom. They got a dub, inferior dub that they used for USA pressings, and the UK pressing sounds so much better. But in Led Zeppelin, that rule doesn't apply. Some of the best Led Zeppelin albums were pressed in the United States, best sounding. Led Zeppelin 2 and Led Zeppelin 4 would be 2 examples. And even the House of the Holy, Robert Ludwig did a pressing of the House of the Holy. So Led Zeppelin's not like the Beatles where you want to get the origin of country pressings. You can get USA pressings like the Porky Pecco Duck of Led Zeppelin 4 sound the best there is of any Led Zeppelin 4. And I also have a first pressing in the original baggie of Led Zeppelin Into the Outdoor 1979. You know, there were 5 different versions of this. You can tell the different versions by the letter on the spine, and this one's an E. Let's see if I can pull it out here and show it what I'm talking about. So they had 5 different covers of the Led Zeppelin Into the Outdoor, and you could tell by the letter up here on the top which one you had. This was the E version. There was an A, B, C, D, and an E. Any questions about Led Zeppelin?
I don't know. Daniel said the United States was ahead of time in music recording. Zeppelin is no exception. I'm the Paul should not be allowed to die guy. Said Slim White Man. Does I remember you in the
Slim Whitman.
In the movie Mars Attacks, his yodeling causes the aliens' brains to explode inside their clear helmets.
Okay.
Dave Evans said Frank Grillo was spot on.
Dave Evans, give me credit.
So I'm going to get a Led Zeppelin 2, a Monarch pressing that I'm going to, before long, if the mail ever clears up, a one in excellent condition, a Monarch pressing. So I should have that hopefully by next week. If we have no more messages, I think we're going to have to end this stream and watch Saturday Night Live this week. See what my son likes Dave Chappelle a lot. I don't know that much about him, and I know nothing about Gorilla, but I'm looking real forward to the next week's Saturday Night Live with Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet? You say it.
Chalamet.
Project.
Chalamet.
All right. What do you got to say there, Sticker Kid? Here. You got a moment to say goodbye to everybody. Let me clear the table.
No. Can't even do it.
Tell everybody bye.
No.
Sorry we had a short stream tonight. It's just the mail is way behind.
Alright, we're closing out.
Have a nice night.
Have a nice
everybody.
night. Thanks a lot, Mikey Arugula, and everybody tuning in.
Night, everybody.